you come in later. Or did Beckham's wear Franco's? You know, maybe.
Now we're joined by Inter Miami head coach Phil Neville.
Evening, guys. I think it's been a good night. Our MLS2 side won 5-0 against Orlando. MLS2 side, so that was a good start to the day. They played some fantastic football, and then we've gone out there tonight, and we said some before the game that we'd obviously had read a lot over the last 48 hours about, you know, massive game, humongous game, gigantic game, do or die game. This is it. And I just told them that, is it as big as the New England game when we'd gone 6-7 games without a victory, and people were questioning us? No. Was it as big as Columbus when there was a 2.5 hour delay, when it was do or die? No. And I told them that's what it's like playing for Inter Miami. Every game's a big game, and the journey that we're going on, there's going to be hopefully more big games. And we set out to attack. The team selection was to attack. The team selection was to get all the best attacking players on the pitch at the same time. Knowing that they'd played on Sunday, knowing that they wanted this game postponed 2 months ago, 3 months ago, knowing full well that back then we would have had Gregory and Pozuelo, but don't worry. Knowing full well that they would have had less rest. They lost a game on Sunday. Sometimes you get what you deserve in life, and I wanted to blitz them, and I thought that's what we did. I think the goal from Leo was world class, and some of our attacking play was sensational, and I'm proud of them, but this is just the start. We've got another big game Sunday, and I've told them I want a home playoff. That's the aim now. There's another big challenge in life. You cannot stand still. You stand still, people overtake you, and I've told them that if we get a home playoff, that teams come into the Drive Pink more often than not lose, so it gives us a real good chance, and I think it's worth fighting for on Sunday. It's worth sacrificing over the next 72 hours everything that you've got in your life just to rest and recover and to focus on what Sunday will bring. We had a lot of tired legs out there. We had a midfield, apart from Motta, that probably hadn't played 90 minutes in probably 6 months, so I knew that they would blow up at some point, but and that was my reasoning really for not starting Victor Yajor in a way, because I thought, if he starts, then I've got nobody to bring on in midfield, and I needed him to come on at 60 minutes. I knew that Indiana or Bryce or Robert Taylor would probably blow a gasket, and they did. And Victor came on was sensational again, and I owe him a lot, Victor Yajor, because of what he brings to the team and the lack of opportunities that he hasn't had, and the attitude that he shows. He's the heartbeat of this team. And I suppose tonight you saw the celebrations at the end with our supporters, is that I think after the last away game I said I wanted this ground full, and I think we nearly got there. Sunday is Fan Appreciation Day. We're doing it for the heartbeat. We want the stadium full. The players deserve the stadium full. Inter Miami fans need to fill that stadium on Sunday and raise the roof and take us over the line. And it was nice, the celebrations with Jorge and Jose. I spoke to David already. They're super happy, but with any driven people that are successful, they want more, and hopefully that's what we can give them.
If you have a question, please raise your hand.
Phil, like you said, there's still plenty out there for you guys to do, still accomplish, but first off, massive congratulations to you, the staff, the group of players, everyone in the organization. You guys did something that many of us here did not think was possible. Many people outside and other parts.
But I think that's pretty fair. I think that's pretty fair when you look at the performances over the last 2 years of the organisation, and I think you'd have been more silly tipping us to get in the playoffs rather than, Anyway, sorry.
It's okay. So when we spoke in preseason, we had the interview. You said one thing that for you personally is to prove people wrong, and you've done that with the team. The team has been criticized. You've been criticized, and you guys have accomplished something that not many people thought you could do. How does that feel? What does that do for you? But obviously, still knowing there's still more to do.
Well, I think in life, the experience that I've had in my life, I've always been part of a team. I don't play golf. I don't play tennis. I play a part of a team, and without the team, you're never going to be successful. And I think in the off season, well, first things first, I think in the first season I got incredible backing by the ownership, because they could have got rid of me, because it wasn't pretty, it wasn't good, I didn't like what I was seeing myself. But I think they had incredible belief in me and my staff and Chris, and I think what me and Chris did, we set out the vision that we wanted, and that was to rip the heart out of the team and bring in the players that we wanted. And you think about the achievement of those players, they've performed miracles, really. Sailor and Mabika, I call them first-round draft picks. They're literally out of school, and Mabika's playing as good as any centre-back in the league at this moment in time. Sailor probably is one of the best centre-backs in the league, in my opinion, and how he's not in the team, I don't know, and he's not even been to see me to ask me why. So I think it's a team game. We've created a culture within the football club. We've recruited players and staff, performance staff. You think about the fitness of the team. You think about the psychology, the nutrition, the support staff that we've added. We've invested a lot of money. People might think we've not invested a lot in terms of playing, but we've invested more in the club. Our MLS2 side, we've invested in the young players coming through. We've invested in, and I suppose we've built a proper football club this year. And along the way, the start of the season was very difficult, and I go back to never once did the ownership wobble, and never once did I suppose me and Chris think that we were not heading in the right direction. We just needed a bit of time and trust, and we got that, and the players have just delivered. The players have been sensational, and I think the other day Gonzalo's press conference was probably one of the most emotional moments that I've had in football, and today they're all singing his name. He's virtually carrying the football club into the playoffs, and he's doing his job really well. And at the back of my mind, I keep thinking, can he go again? Why would you want to give up football when you have that happiness? He said the other day it's the happiest he's ever been in football. What a compliment that is to myself, the staff, and into Miami. So anyway, that's for another day.
Next question, Ian, then we'll go to Chris Whittingham on the call.
Thanks, Rafa. Congratulations, Phil. You personally, though, do you have any sense of validation with all the players, with everything that happened heading into this season, with the tremendous change, how long it sort of took? And people had said, well, this is your process, these are your players, and you're going to live and die by that process. This seems to be a little bit of validation for you. Would you agree?
Yeah, but I think when you're in recruitment is the most important part of football, and what we did in the off season, I brought Don Scott in, Julian, Silas, performance, and Tom. So I knew I was going to get the fittest team because I'd worked with Dawn. She's one of the best in the world. So so that was the first thing. The team needed to be fitter. We were playing in 40-degree heat. We needed to be fitter. We needed to goal the distance. Because why? Because we were probably, in terms of talent, we were probably behind most teams in the league. But so we had to find another X factor. And the second thing is we recruited character. Every single person that came into this building, bar one, had the right character. We made a mistake on one player, and that's not bad when you're recruiting 18, 19 players. So I knew that when we were going over that white line, I had complete trust. I had no doubt in my mind that they were never going to let me down. Sometimes we've lost, sometimes we've won, sometimes we've drawn. But I knew that these players were never going to let me down in terms of effort. And that gives you a great foundation in life when the saying, attitude always beats talent. When talent doesn't want to work well, we've got attitude, we've got good attitude, and we've now got talent. And I think the game against Toronto, what that finally gave me was, I finally saw a team that had belief in themselves. I always had belief in them. I told them every single day of the week. But finally, after Toronto, with the body language, the performance, the way that they carried themselves, I thought this team's ready for the playoffs, and they're ready to win. And that's why over the last, asked Fahim there, I said to him today, I can't see anything other than a victory, and, a good victory, because yesterday in training, the day before in training, they performed like champions, and, that's because you get the right people on the bus, heading in the right direction, you get performance, and now there's hopefully five big performances left in us, and starts at the weekend against one of the best teams in the league in Montreal.
Chris Whittingham, we'll go here.
Hi, Phil. With Gonzalo and how much has been said about him, I do think it's still worth revisiting, considering the club has made the playoffs tonight. 14 goals in his last 15. What would you say is the defining characteristic of this run and this second half of the season for him specifically?
I think getting left out the team was the turning point. I think, I can obviously say it now, he came to my office during that period and told me that he was quitting football at the end of the season. And I've got to say, from that moment, he started, 2 games later, he scored goals. Philadelphia, he then started scoring goals. And it was as if the big weight had lifted off his shoulders, the pressure of carrying a football club, the pressure and expectation of being that world-class striker. You know, he's a deep thinker, he's a passionate man, and then all of a sudden, he just relinquished all pressure on himself, and then all of a sudden we saw just phenomenal performances, and you know, he probably could have scored. I mean, his first goal tonight was world class. The way he took it, I thought he should have had one just before that, and then the penalty, he had to wait so long. But you know, he's everything he touches is turning to goals. We're going to have to protect him on Sunday because he's our only centre forward now in the football club probably, and we're just pleased and proud and honoured to have him in our organisation.
We'll go Rodrigo here, then Xavier.
Thank you. Phil, good evening. Rodrigo, Radio Floor, Brazil. Massive result tonight. Congratulations to you and the team. What do you tell the squad prior to, you know, the playoffs within the first half of the Montreal game, for example? What are you going to get them pumped with, knowing that they're already in the playoffs? How do you get them motivated?
Yeah,
to keep
I want a
playing
home
this level
playoff.
of football?
I want a home playoff, and to do that we have to beat Montreal, and I think Charlotte and New York Red Bulls have got to draw. Maybe I don't know the permutations, but I think I want a home playoff. That's what we've got to do, because you think about teams that have done successful in the playoffs are the ones that play at home. So that stacks heavily on our mind, and the next 72 hours are going to be about recovery. In life, you cannot stop. In life, you cannot just say, "Well, the water's not going to run today. We'll water the plants in a couple of weeks' time," because in a couple of weeks' time you can't make it up. You see that. You see it. The teams that just switch off at this point in the season can never recover, and so we've just got to keep them on that level. We've got to keep them motivating them. We've got a full stadium hopefully on Sunday, and they have to perform for the fans. The families are coming. We're going to do a lap of appreciation with their children, and that has to be done after a victory and a good result.
So yeah.
Congratulations, Inter Miami's in the playoffs. I was one of the silly guys that early on thought this was possible, believe it or not. Franco knows that. My question to you is, can this team make a miracle happen? Because you guys are on a winning streak, playing as good as anybody in the league right now. Why not Inter Miami?
Yeah, I'd say that we're the most informed team in the league. 4 wins out of 4, I think. Is that right? 4 wins out of 4. I see no reason. We've overcome bigger obstacles than this. That's for sure. We've overcome so much this year. People writing us off, people questioning us, doubts from outside and some from within, and they've just kept going. And I see no reason why this team should stop now. They're on the brink of something really special. Tonight was nice, but it wasn't special, because I think I said it in my press conference the other day that at the end of the day, at the end of the season or in 5-6 years' time, nobody will remember what you did if you got knocked out the first round of the playoffs. People will remember the team that gets to the final and win, and that's my expectation. That is my expectation. When we played New England and we'd not won for 5-6 games, I told them I wanted to win the league. That was the expectation that I had. That was the expectation of David, Jorge, and Jose. Win the league. And yes, we can celebrate tonight. Yes, we can be happy tonight. But we've done absolutely nothing yet.
We're going to go to the call with Michelle Kaufman.
Hey, Phil, congratulations.
Michelle, we miss you.
Sorry I can't be there, but I watched all the celebrations on TV. We have David Wilson there for the Miami Herald doing a great job. But I did have one question. After Gonzalo scored to make it 2-0, you ran over and hugged Chris Henderson. What were you thinking at that moment? What were you feeling at that moment?
Well, we've been through a lot together. And we've shared the highs and the lows, and when you have the relationship that we have, I think it's nice to celebrate I think if you saw the third and the fourth goal, I think Jose got a bear hug, Jorge got a bear hug, my wife got one. I think towards the end, you know, that's the type of person I am, and I'm an emotional person. I like to celebrate goals. It was something that I was told from day one. If you can't celebrate a goal, then don't be in football. So we've been through a lot together, and hopefully there's more to come in the future. And we have a really good relationship, Michelle, and we have a level of trust. And like I say, we've got a football club now that does things together. It's not just me and Chris. It's Nikki, it's Megan, it's Mark Prizant, it's Jason, it's Mark, it's Seba, it's the whole team. When we sign a player, it has to go through 6-7 players. It's so thorough, and that's why we don't get many wrong.
Thank you, Coach.
That was like a life story. Wow. Thanks, guys.
We'll get started with Javier and then Jose.
Felicitaciones, Gonzalo.
Gracias.
Gracias por todo lo que nos diste al Real Madrid, al fútbol. Siempre formarás parte de la historia de este club. Deseamos lo mejor en esta etapa nueva de tu vida en Real Madrid. Y José Mourinho, que te dirigió 4 temporadas, cansado de marcar goles, disfruta el resto de tu vida, Gonzalo. Despedida soñada, ¿verdad? Liderando el equipo a los playoffs, cumpliendo tus sueños, jugaste con tu hermano. ¿Qué tienes en la mente en este momento que estás liderando esta franquicia a los playoffs y lo tienes realmente motivado a hacer cosas grandes?
Sí, antes que nada, agradecer todos los mensajes de ex compañeros de clubes, contra los que he jugado, de Xavi Hernández. Para mí es simplemente leer esos mensajes es un orgullo enorme, porque me lo gané a base de trabajo, sacrificio, y ver ese reconocimiento es solo orgullo. La verdad que estoy con emociones que no pensé que iba a vivir en esta liga, en este equipo, cuando vine, y hoy viví una de las noches más lindas de mi carrera, porque luchar con este equipo, para lo que vine, después del año tan complicado que tuvimos al inicio, poder clasificarnos es trabajo de todo el equipo, y la verdad que muy feliz por este retiro, como dijiste. Pude cumplir todos mis sueños y todavía queda el último. Queda el último y es salir campeón con esta franquicia y con estos jugadores, con esta hinchada. El reconocimiento que me han hecho también fue a base de trabajo, de sacrificio. Nunca nadie me regaló nada, siempre trabajé. Y si hoy me hicieron ese reconocimiento es porque me lo gané. Y agradecerles a los fans, al club, a mi familia. Y sinceramente estoy muy feliz porque desde enero que estamos trabajando y estar clasificados, pero todavía nos queda un partido en casa para terminar la temporada regular y lo queremos ganar. Después ya se pensará en lo que queda, pero ahora hay que disfrutar del objetivo conseguido y descansar para el domingo.
First of all, I would like to thank everyone, all the messages of former teammates, former clubs that I played against, Xavi Hernandez. For me, this is simply a very proud moment that I've earned with a lot of hard work and sacrifice. And seeing this honor and how people have recognized me makes me really proud. And I'm full of emotions right now. I didn't think I would live these emotions in this league and with this team. And tonight I lived one of the best nights of my career because I've been fighting with this team, especially after such a tough start that we had at the beginning of the year. And now I feel very happy. I was able to live all the dreams, experience all the dreams that I've had. And now the next one is to be a champion and be a champion with this fan base, with this team, with these teammates. And tonight, I would like to thank the fans, this club, my family. I'm very happy, but no one just gifted this to me. I've earned it, and since January we've been working hard, and now being able to clinch playoffs. We're very happy, and would like to win the last home game, which is a must now for us. Next question, Jose.
Gonzalo, en base a lo que ustedes han hecho este año, uno se atreve a pensar de que el partido del domingo no es solamente cerrar la temporada, sino que ya ustedes visualizan también ese cuarto lugar, que les daría la posibilidad de jugar en casa. Háblame un poquito sobre eso. Y una segunda rapidita sobre Leo Campana, porque debe ser durísimo salir lesionado en un partido como este, con otro partido el domingo. ¿Hablaste con él? ¿Le dijiste algo? ¿Cómo lo viste?
Sí, antes que nada voy a hablar de Leo. Yo he sufrido lesiones en mi carrera y sé que en estos momentos no hay palabras que sanen el dolor. Solamente lo abracé. Me hizo muy mal verlo así, porque era un jugador que había vuelto bien de su última lesión y en estos momentos no hay palabras para sanar lo que él siente. Solo lo abracé y me quedé en silencio porque sé lo que siente y bueno, ahora tiene que recuperar y ojalá que lo podamos tener para los playoffs. Y con respecto a lo otro, sin duda es un gran objetivo que tenemos, por eso dije que el domingo hay que ganar y ver qué hace Red Bull y bueno, por eso no hay que relajarse por el objetivo cumplido y sí salir a ganar el domingo, y si no se logra el cuarto puesto, no importa, es para terminar bien la regular season en nuestra casa, y si se logra el cuarto puesto sería espectacular porque el primer partido sería de local, ¿no? Y nosotros en casa, después de Filadelfia, somos el mejor equipo. Así que bueno, el grupo lo sabe y estamos concientizados en eso.
First of all, I'd like to talk about Leo. I've suffered injuries in my career, and in this moment, there are no words that can heal his pain. I simply hugged him because I know how difficult this is, and it hurts me a lot to see him like this. He's a player that had come back from injury very well. So yeah, I simply hugged him because there are no words that I can say right now. I know how he feels, and hopefully now he can recover and be ready for the playoffs. Sunday, it's a big objective that we have. We have to win and see what Red Bulls do. We can't just relax right now. We have to win on Sunday. But if we're not able to, then we want to finish strong the regular season and try to finish fourth, because if we're able to host a game here at Driving Stadium, it would be amazing, as at home we're one of the best teams in the league. Next question, Xavier and Austin.
Buenas noches, Gonzalo.
Buenas noches.
Felicidades nuevamente.
Gracias.
2 goles más. Estás liderando al equipo a punta de goles. Los muchachos jóvenes se ve que están jugando con una confianza. Este equipo, liderado por ti, ¿tiene la fe? ¿Cree que puede ganar esta liga?
Sin duda. Lo más importante no es que lo cree, sino que tiene la ilusión intacta de poder hacerlo. Y eso es lo más importante cuando querés lograr un objetivo. Pero yo digo que lo más importante de todo, a la larga, podés salir campeón o no, pero lo más importante es darlo todo. Porque no siempre podés ganar. Hay un solo equipo que gana. Si no, el fútbol sería muy fácil, ¿no? Jugás el Inter Miami solo y sale campeón. Y no. Hay una temporada larga y después hay playoff y después hay que pasar instancias y después llegar a la final y después ganarla. Es un camino muy complicado, pero la ilusión está intacta y ver a los compañeros felices, orgullosos, a mí me dan ganas de más y más sabiendo que es mi último gran objetivo de mi carrera, porque no importa la liga que juegues, salir campeón es lindo en todos lados. Entonces me queda esta última oportunidad de retirarme no como quiero, pero sí con un título más, porque ya retirarme como quiero ya lo hice y lo estoy haciendo, pero sería la frutilla del postre poder salir campeón con ellos, porque están dando todo y más por ayudarme a retirarme campeón en esta franquicia.
Without a doubt, the most important thing about this team is that the team not only believes, but it has the hope intact of being able to do it, and that's the most important thing. We were aiming to reach this objective, but the most important thing is being able to give it all, because you can't always win. There's only one team that can be the champion. If not, football would be too easy. But it's a long season. It's a very tough road, but the hope is there. And seeing my teammates this happy, this proud, to me, it just gives me, it makes me very eager to keep giving it all. And knowing that this is my last great objective of my career, it even fuels me even more. Doesn't matter the league that I play, I want to win, and I want to finish in MLS with the title, and this will be the icing on the cake, to win with this team, because they're a team that's giving it all to be able to give me a good farewell. Next question, Austin.
Sorry to put you in English, but I wanted, going back to 2020, 2021, all the ups and downs, the Nashville playoff game, the roster overhaul, the way you've been playing now, is this the best chance that you see to make this happen, to live out your dream and win a championship here in America?
Sí, el primer año que llegué no era el formato normal de la liga. Clasificaban 10 equipos, hemos podido clasificar. Después no pude jugar por COVID, así que fue una frustración no haber podido jugar ese partido por algo que no estaba bajo nuestro control. el año pasado fue con muchos momentos buenos y malos, no pudimos conseguir el objetivo. Y este año creo que llegamos en un gran nivel, pero el fútbol cambia y hay que saber eso, pero sí que estamos muy felices de lo conseguido y sabemos que estamos muy cerca de cumplir el gran sueño que teníamos. Desde que empezamos en enero hemos cambiado muchos jugadores y la verdad que estoy orgulloso de pertenecer a este equipo. Lo dije en la rueda de prensa y ellos, verlos a ellos dejar la vida, a mí solo me queda dejar la vida para poder cumplir el sueño de todos, que es salir campeones, y este año está realmente muy cerca y tenemos posibilidades, pero hay que ser conscientes que hay otros muy buenos equipos compitiendo por eso.
Yeah, the first year that I arrived, it wasn't a normal year. We made playoffs, but there were 10 teams that were able to make it. And then when we got to the playoff game, I wasn't able to play because of COVID, and it was very frustrating not being able to play that match for something that I couldn't control. Last year, we had good and bad moments, and we weren't able to reach the objective. And this year, we arrived with a great level, but football changes a lot, and we knew that. But right now, we're very happy for what we've accomplished. We know that we're close to the objective that we were aiming for. I'm very proud to belong to this team, and I want to give my life to this team because they've given it for me, and I want to finish as a champion. But I know there's other teams that are on the way. Michelle Kaufman, Miami Herald.
Felicidades, Gonzalo. Lástima que no puedo estar ahí en este partido tan grande. Quería preguntarte, yo vi en la televisión cuando estabas celebrando, pareciste como un niño chiquito brincando y brincando con los fanáticos. ¿Qué tú sentías en ese momento cuando estabas brincando con todos los fanáticos, estaban diciendo Higuaín, Higuaín? ¿Cómo tú te sentías en ese momento?
Sí, antes que nada, decir muchas gracias a los hinchas, a los fans, porque me hicieron vivir una de las noches más lindas de mi carrera, reconociéndome el trabajo, el jugador y la carrera que hice. Y lo dije, que esta liga y este club me devolvieron las ganas de disfrutar al máximo de jugar al fútbol. Estoy viviendo un año maravilloso, donde no fue fácil, donde tuve que trabajar, donde fui suplente, donde tuve que aceptar situaciones que no me habían pasado nunca en mi carrera, pero todo te ayuda a madurar y a crecer, y sabía que dependía solo de mí cuando llegue la oportunidad de aprovecharla. Y para eso trabajé duro. El reconocimiento de hoy no es porque caiga bien o mal, sino por el reconocimiento del trabajo, al sacrificio y a lo que viví para poder tener esto. Solo palabras de agradecimiento, no tengo más que eso. Y saltaba porque quien no quiere que le reconozcan su trabajo, que lo mimen, y hoy sentí una de las noches más lindas de mi vida, de mi carrera, porque sé lo que pasé y la verdad que palabras de agradecimiento a los fans nuevamente por hacerme vivir esta noche.
First of all, I would like to say thank you to all the fans that were able to and allowed me to live one of the best nights of my life and of my career, for acknowledging the work that I've put in as a player and the career that I've had. And I've said it before, this league and this club have given me again the desire to play football. I'm living a wonderful year. I've had to work hard. I was a substitute earlier in the year. I had to face situations that I had never faced in my career, and I knew that it depended on me. It was on me to take my opportunity, and that's why I kept working. And the recognized the way that I've been recognized today, it's because of the hard work and the sacrifice that I've put in, and being able to live this. It's wonderful for me. I feel very happy, very thankful to the fans, and I was jumping with them because who doesn't like to be recognized? And again, I lived one of the best nights of my career tonight. Any last questions, Fiore?
Bueno, como es la última pregunta de la noche, ¿qué tal, Gonzalo? Alrededor del mundo se habla de tu retiro y como a mí me gusta ir un poquito contra la corriente, en esa misma silla dijiste unos días antes de empezar la temporada, quiero que mi hija me disfrute, quiero que mi hija me vea jugar, y también dijiste recién, estoy terminando un año maravilloso. Hay momentos que pueden ocurrir cambios. Si durante el off-season tu hija te dice, papá, seguí un poquito más, estás joven, te veo bien, también estás haciendo goles, ¿puede haber algún cambio?
No sé. No sé, porque esa situación, no sé, la tengo que vivir, pero si tengo que seguir mis valores y mis principios, yo cuando tomo una decisión la tomo y sé las consecuencias que conllevan, sé lo que voy a extrañar jugar al fútbol, no el entorno. Pero sí que es verdad que acá volví a jugar al fútbol y a disfrutar de como cuando era chiquito, cuando jugaba en la escuela, en el colegio, en el barrio, en el Club Palermo, en River. Estoy disfrutando mucho, pero no hay posibilidad de que pase porque no iría con mis valores. Es el momento de la decisión, básicamente, justamente por lo otro, poder disfrutar más a mi hija. Más allá de que el plan de venir a la cancha para ella es lo que más se espera en la semana, justamente lo hago para disfrutar más a ella, más momentos con ella, porque el fútbol te saca mucho tiempo, te saca momentos y por momentos, no voy a decir estrés, pero sí tu cabeza y tus pensamientos están en otra cosa. Y la verdad que lo único que siento y quiero una vez terminado esta temporada, primero ser campeón con este equipo y después disfrutar de mi vida, de mi mujer, de mi hija, porque ya aguantaron mucho y es momento de darles tiempos a ella y devolverle todo lo que me aguantaron y soportaron con mis malas y buenas caras debido al fútbol. Ya es momento de disfrutar de otras cosas y que me vean feliz en todo momento. Y nada, no tengo más nada que decir al respecto. Solo agradecerle a los fans, a ustedes, porque siempre han preguntado con respeto, sin mala intención. Entonces, soy un agradecido por eso, por el año que estoy viviendo. Y bueno, nada, muchas gracias por el cariño brindado. Y bueno, quedan todavía un par de partidos y ojalá poder terminarlo como esta franquicia merece, como esta gente merece, que es campeón. Así que nuevamente muchas gracias.
Yeah, I don't know because that situation, I have not lived that situation yet, but I have to follow my values, and when I make a decision, I know the consequences that come with it, but I stick with it, and I know that I'm gonna miss football, and again, like I've said, here at Inter Miami, I've been able to love football again, like when I played in Club Palermo, River, when I played in the street in my town. But there are no possibilities that for this to happen because it would go against my values. It's in this moment I've made this decision to be able to enjoy my daughter Even though her favorite plan of the week is coming to the stadium, but football also takes a lot of time from you and takes a lot of moments from you, and you know, this football sometimes gives you other things to worry about, and I want to spend time with my family. But first of all, I want to be a champion, and after that, I want to enjoy my life with my partner, with my daughter. They've put up enough. They've put up with enough, and I want to give them my all my time, enjoy other things, and for them to see me happy at all times. I have nothing else to say. I really just want to thank the fans, you, the media, because you've always been very respectful with me without any bad intentions, and I'm very thankful for that, for the year that I've had, and thank you again. There's a few games left, and hopefully I can finish the season how these people deserve it. Gracias, Gonzalo. Thank you.
Good night.